Brooke. How are you going? And how
Good,
was your
good.
St. Patrick's Day?
I had a fabulous St. Patrick's Day. It didn't rain that much. I didn't get profoundly wet, and I went and got up to Belfast and seen the parades, so it was all good. What did you do for St. Patrick's Day?
Oh, it's not that common in the other parts of Europe. So, but my Irish friends, they're always celebrating, of course. But do you remember this T-shirt? Something like
Look at that! Oh my
yeah.
gosh, that's so cool.
Yes, I extra took it on for you. I thought, well, it's a good coincidence because it was my first Eurovision Song Contest in 1994
Yeah.
when I attended. I think you have not been born at that time.
No, not yet. I wasn't even thought about it that day.
It was a very great experience. I was at the end addicted to this contest, and that's why founded this platform, the eurovisionlive.com. Yeah, and it's always a great pleasure to talk to people from all over the world, and especially also from my favorite country, Ireland. I you are the representative this year.
Yeah.
Can you tell us how does it feel for you?
Ooh, even just talking about it gets me so excited. I can't look. I can't put it into words. It's such an honor for a wee country that has done so well and has such a big reputation in the country or in the competition. To be named as the 2022 representative
Mm,
is pretty. It's a pretty big deal,
mhm.
and I don't take that lightly. I don't take that for granted, and I'm just really hopeful that I can do everybody proud and maybe help us qualify this year. That would be the real goal for Ireland. We've lost out a few years, and I really think that we're in a good position this year to hopefully qualify.
Yeah,
Good God willing.
I've been looking into the figures. Unfortunately, out of 8 years, there was only one qualification. Unfortunately,
Oh.
so what are your plans to change this year? Nice stage show, more interviews, or more whatever promotion?
Awareness is key. I definitely think that that is a massive factor in this. Like, you could you could be the best singer in the world, but if nobody knows who you are, it's not going to resonate with anybody.
Yeah.
People want to know the words to a song when it's sitting in front of them, or people really want to feel connected to the artist, and that's really what I've been trying to do. And do as many interviews as I can, meet as many people, get my song into different places. I think obviously the Euro tour will help me a lot. That starts this Friday. I cannot
Mhm.
wait. But yeah, like massive focus on the staging, massive focus on the fitness. Like, I want to dance and I want to perform. I want to be up there with the performers and be counted. I want to be on the level that they are and not look silly.
Yeah.
I want to feel like I fit in there. I want everybody to know the effort that I'm putting in and know that I'm not taking this lightly. This is my whole life at the minute. Everything that I think about, dream about is Eurovision in the best possible way. I'm not getting nervous about it. I'm really excited, and I'm in this state where I just know that everything I do at this moment in time is leading me to that journey and that end point. So, yeah, without sounding crazy.
Does the whole thing put a lot of pressure on your shoulders? You think, oh my goodness, I have to represent the whole country. Everybody is watching, and or do you take it easy? Like, oh, I'm going on stage, 200 million people in front of the TV, just cool.
Yes, right. Well, at the start, before I did Euro song, I was nervous. In terms of I was trying to please everybody and not be too confident or not be too such and such. Like, you're performing for an Irish conservative audience who
Mhm.
are very used to not being like, it's a very Irish thing to get a compliment and say no, no, stop it. Like, you don't want to. Nobody wants somebody that's too in your face or too cocky or anything. So I was trying to find the balance.
Yeah.
And at the end, I just thought, right, Brooke, just be yourself. And winning the public vote and knowing that I already have the country's support going into the competition means that I don't feel the pressure. I don't feel that I don't deserve to be here. I feel that I have very much welcome to be here, and everybody has my best interests at heart, and they know that I have theirs at my heart. So I feel that I would have a lot more pressure if I didn't win the public vote. But because I was lucky enough to do that, I just know that this is where they want me to be. They want me to represent them. So I suppose that's what I'm looking at. And yes, the 200 million people thing is quite severe, to say the least.
Crazy, yeah.
But look, at the end of the day, it's such a massive experience. So I'm just lucky to be getting it, and I'm not taking that for granted either.
Yeah. But you have a lot of experience from the Voice UK. You became number 3 at the end. You can tell us a bit how it was with this turning of the shares for you. It was very exciting, probably.
It's so funny. It was really like an out of body experience. The Voice is so different to the Eurovision in that everything is decided for you. Like, yes, I chose the audition song, but I was given, like, obviously there was a lot of other people auditioning that year. And if somebody had the song that I wanted, I couldn't do it. Or like, it was just a lot of decision making for me. And I suppose as an artist, that doesn't really help you evolve or grow, because you're trying to be commercial and you're trying to fit in and do what everybody else wants you to do, or what you think people will like, because then you'll get the chair turns. But I was lucky enough that the song I chose was natural. Like, one minute I couldn't sleep for 3 nights because I was trying to figure out all these things and work out what everybody else would want me to sing. And then I was singing in the kitchen and I sang the Lewis Capaldi Bruises song, and Mummy just started crying. And I was like, I just got really like emotional. It just felt right. So from there, we sort of knew that that was the song that I would be going with. But I never envisioned getting any chair turns. So whenever that happened, whenever all 4 of them turned for me, that's when it started to sink in that, oh, no, this joke has gone too far. You're moving on to the next stage. But it was lovely because, but going into the competition, there was a lot of people in the green room waiting to go on stage, and they were saying, well, I've done this, and I was a lead in the Broadway, and I've done that. And it was very intimidating. It was a very intimidating environment because everybody made you feel like you shouldn't be there. Just the other contestants, was pure mind games, like psyching each other out. But I just said, yeah, I go to uni, and I don't know, this isn't really what I see myself doing, because I don't think I'm good enough at it. But when the 4 chairs turned, that moment for me was life-changing, in that it proved to me that I am good enough to be on stage with other people, and I am at that level where I can competitively do this as a career. So that's where my music career really started. And then as soon as it was over, I went home and had no work, nothing to do, and I wrote music for 2 years, but I never actually got to sing live until the Euro song on RTE. That was like my first time in 2 years singing for an audience, because obviously The Voice halfway through was changed to no audience and just to a camera, like you were singing to a camera. Megan wasn't even there, my judge. She was in America. She was pregnant, so she couldn't fly over. So there was a lot of different things happening, but it was all very key to my growth as an artist, because obviously Eurovision is my baby. It's my song. I wrote it. I get to make all the creative decisions with the music, the dancing, what way I want to sing it, what way I want to perform it. Like, that's all me. There's no higher power, no producer saying, yeah, we think you should do this and then that. It's all me. So it's a really good eye opener to me to see where I'm at as an artist and where I want to go from here, because that's what my main goal is.
So your experience from The Voice in the UK have probably also widened the audience listen to you and listen to your voice, also in Ireland, and also you're from Northern Ireland, from County Derry, right? Yeah. Is this a special feeling to represent Ireland in the Eurovision Song Contest?
100%. Yeah. Like, I went on The Voice UK because it's a bigger TV show. Like, there's a lot of scope there. There's a lot of, like, the judges, Megan Trainor, she's American. Like, that was really cool for me to potentially break into an American an American environment, like, you know, being able to establish myself there. I have always loved my country. Like I love Ireland so much. I always have. And it was such an honor for me that, like, I just am so lucky to get this opportunity to represent my country and do something to give back for everything. And it's just such a surreal experience, because there's a lot more recognition from Eurovision. Like, people really, there's a lot more prestige behind it. People are really taking me seriously now as an artist. And people used to come up to me and say, "Oh, I seen you on The Voice, or I seen you on TV." It was so cool, because at St. Patrick's Day, people came up to me and they were like, "I love your music. I'm a really big fan of your music." And I
Oh, wow.
couldn't get my head around this, because I was like, that's the coolest phrase you could even say to me. Like, that's so cool. Like, that's so cool. I'm so happy
Yeah.
about it.
The song title, it's rich, so people probably misunderstand, but it's
Yeah.
just meant figuratively. Figurative. Oh, we have to cut it. Figure. I wrote it down.
Figure
Tell
of
me.
speech.
Figurative. Figurative. So it's yeah, it does not mean that's has nothing to do being rich. It's just a
Yeah.
saying somehow. Yeah. Could you
Yeah.
explain what it means in this song?
Of course. So obviously, That's Rich as the title is really cool. And it does tie in the fun with the money guns, and, you know, you can still fake that it's about monetary wealth when it's absolutely nothing to do with that. But it gives a good conceptual spin and gives us lots to play with in the music video and everything like that. But the like metaphorical nature of it is, that's rich, meaning that it's funny when you say something when it's like completely opposite of what you mean.
Yeah.
Or the way it happened was, my granny actually said it to me. She was like, "Huh, that's rich coming from him." Someone
Oh,
had said something in the kitchen at the time about
yeah.
some boy, like, you know, being completely wrong in what he was saying, because he would obviously have done it in the past. And I
Mm.
just wrote it down in my notes and was like, that's a really cool phrase to bring in somewhere, because I'd constantly been thinking about writing music and not knowing what way the process works. So my notes app on my iPhone, I just wrote with full of wee phrases and punchlines that could be used as hooks, or could be used as song like lyrics. "Take your mirror off the wall" was in that note as well. So,
Yeah.
like, that one note, like the two first lines and the most hooky line and the title, were actually in the same notes that I just wrote after dreams, or after I woke up in the morning, because that's when I was most creative.
Yeah.
So Granny actually inspired this song. And it just means that, like, why are you so upset that the relationship ended when you did absolutely nothing to make it any better?
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, you're sad now. That's rich. Why did you not treat me better in the first place? That's basically what it means, if
Yeah,
in
good to know.
short terms.
Yes, good to know. But this year there will be 30% of the participants are women only, and a third of it singing slow songs. So generally, third of all the songs are slow songs.
No way.
Yeah,
Only
so
30% women.
38% just women singing. But you are one, or then there's some the Spanish girl, for example, Chanel
Chanel.
is singing a fast song. Albania has a quite fast song, but there are a lot of ballads as well, a lot of slow songs. So maybe you can stand
Yeah,
out. I hope so. I would cross my fingers
I
for
hope so.
you, Brooke. I really wish you all the luck you could have in Turin in Italy, and that you have a great time and enjoy the international atmosphere with all the singers from all over Europe.
Thank
I
you so
really hope so.
much.
Do you have a last message for our viewers? That would be lovely.
Of course. That was really important. That was really weird figure for me, that only 38% are women. And the whole message behind my song is empowerment. And I've got a girl gang, but we're not trying to be weird. Like, we're not trying to be sexy or anything. It's, we want you in our girl gang. It's to empower everybody and make them realize that you don't have to fit in a certain mold, or that you don't have to be strong after relationships end. It's more about having fun and realizing your own strength. And I just really want to thank everybody for giving me the opportunity to, you know, play this song for everyone. And I'm just so grateful, and hopefully you like it and you like the stage performance that I put on. Everything that I've done so far, like the remastering of the song, is for all the Eurovision fans out there, because really, essentially, I wouldn't be here without you, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you very much. We can't wait for this, and enjoy and make the best out of it. Good luck to you.
Thank you. I will make the best out of it.